Hello and welcome to the Cellframe NewsBlock. It's normal for people to be on vacation in August, but as you will see from the latest updates, our teams are staying busy. Today I'll tell you how the Cellframe and ecosystem project teams spent the last month of summer and what interesting things were done in different areas of development. Let's go! Cellframe Shop. We've launched our online store. Hardware nodes from our partners at Node.sys are now available for pre-order on the website, and you can already order products from the first line of Cellframe merch. We are now studying your preferences and wishes. You've probably already taken part in or seen surveys in our channels. In the future, we will expand the line of merch products as well as hardware devices and take your opinions into account. Before the release, which took place literally during the filming of our episode, we beta tested the new version of Cellframe dashboard. We've finished collecting feedback from our beta testing community. A few details. We invited the group to test several features for the upcoming application build. Here's the full list. Transaction queue. Previously, transactions starting from the second one in the queue were rejected until the first one was processed. Now a queue can be formed. Cellframe DEX simplified mode. Added a simpler panel for operations with tokens. It has the same features as the previous more complex panel, so you can choose to work with either one. Updated dashboard mechanism for calling a node. This reduced the load on the user's device and increased performance. Node management via the Settings tab. You can now turn off Node Auto Start as well as stop or start the application. Node initialization status on the top panel. It appears during node startup and displays the loading progress. Progress bar for loading networks on the bottom panel. New installation process for Cellframe dashboard and Cellframe node. Applications have been separated at the installer level. There is no longer a rigid connection between them, which means that they can now be updated and installed separately. Community feedback. People mainly brought up minor problems with updating and synchronization, in particular with synchronization on Windows. Reminder: to take part in beta testing, join the Cellframe Beta Testers group. You will find the link to the Telegram group in the video description. And what else is the team working on to improve Cellframe dashboard? We began to integrate the dashboard service with the graphical user interface. The next step after combining and debugging will be integration of the wallet interface into the dashboard. The main news is, of course, the long-awaited release of Cellframe Node 5.3. You can already download the new version. See all links in the video description. A little about the new version. What has changed and been improved? We increased the speed of node synchronization and network throughput, thanks to the synchronization state machine and epidemic distribution of updates. You may have already heard about these upgrades in our previous news blogs. We have come even closer to implementing two-level sharding and therefore to scalability and network performance, and moved to a cluster architecture. Clusters allow for flexible management of access rights of nodes in the network. Cellframe increased its security against quantum threats by implementing the quantum-safe Kyber 512 protocol in the DApp SDK. We have introduced a mechanism for automatically resolving forks. This will ensure stable operation of the blockchain network. The selection of the longest chain is now automatic, and team participation is not required. You can learn more about this mechanism in our previous news blogs. Let's take a quick look at what else is happening in node development. An internal security audit has been completed and all corrections have been transferred to the testing department. Now an external audit will begin, and independent assessment of the security and reliability of the functionality of the Cellframe node. Then we will see the launch of the two-way Cellframe bridge, which will fully connect CF20 with other blockchains and allow the transfer of tokens in two directions. Attention! developers who want to raise the network and issue their own token. Cellframe's team of technical writers have created a very useful document. The Network Installation Manual is a guide to creating your own network on the Cellframe platform, but now it has been updated for Cellframe Node 5.3 as the configuration files have undergone changes. You can find the link in the video description. In August, the KelVPN developers came through with several interesting news and releases. The team has published an updated roadmap of the project and reported on development news from July. They made a new KelVPN version for Raspberry Pi Raspbian 12 64-bit. What's new in it? Creating a secure Wi-Fi network. You can set up a VPN-enabled network where traffic from any connected device will automatically pass through the VPN. This will save you from having to install the application on each of your devices. You can download KelVPN for Raspberry Pi from the link in the video description or from this code. The team has also prepared detailed installation instructions, which you can find on the project website, and also in the links in the video description or by using the QR code. Let's move on. The KelVPN team has released a new version, KelVPN 7.7.51. What has been updated and improved? KelVPN now automatically selects the best server based on your IP address, and you can also select your country manually if you prefer. Sorting and displaying the list of servers has become more convenient and fine-tuned. In the macOS version of the application, the system for reconnecting after sleep has been redesigned. The stability of the VPN connection has become higher and the application interface has become more convenient and pleasant. Check it out. The team is currently busy developing the headless version of the application and working on the KelVPN wiki, where all technical documentation will be collected. We expect to see a new wiki from team in the next couple of weeks. The second stage of the pre-sale of NYS tokens has started. Its completion date will be announced later on Node.sys social networks. On August 9, a joint AMA session took place with the participation of the founders of Cellframe and Node.sys, Dmitry Gerasimov and Andrey Khamichonak. Also, the founders of the project are very active in answering questions in the interviews and AMA sessions in various channels. All materials can be found on social networks. The team is building up the community and consistently reporting on Node.sys news and activities. Links to Node.sys social networks are in the video description. Just to remind you, DotFlat is a new project in the Cellframe ecosystem, a secured stablecoin with consistent purchasing power. Now the DotFlat team has a white paper ready and is building up its social networks. Work is also underway on detailed technical documentation. In parallel, the DotFlat team is preparing for the deployment of test contracts on the Ethereum network. Cellframe's marketing team was actively engaged in external and internal communications in August. They held 3 AMA sessions with external partners as well as one together with the founders of Node.sys. Of course, we held our regularly scheduled AMA where Dmitry Gerasimov answered questions you sent in advance and from the live chat. The team reported on development progress from July, releasing our usual workload in 2 versions, an expanded text version and a shorter one in slides. We also released a news blog for July. By the way, you can watch our releases on YouTube, subscribe so you don't miss it. This month, we celebrated the birthday of the parent company Demlabs, 7 years. We had a wonderful themed corporate party and published a newspaper covering the past year. The whole team worked on it. We also released a line of Cellframe merchandise and opened the Cellframe shop. Now you can order a mug, a space t-shirt, a thermos, or a set of writing instruments with awesome designs. And of course, pre-order the hardware node. We are also preparing for Blockchain Live in the fall. See you in a month. Bye!